Hey peeps, welcome back. So I didn't actually realise just how long it's been since I updated you on these guys, because I've shown them in other videos here and there, but it's actually been, I think, a little over 6 months since I gave you an update. So without further ado, let's update. So if you haven't already guessed, these are the Crassula ovata or Jade plant cuttings that I took, I think almost 9 months ago now. And if you look back on the video, which I'll link below, I kind of just started them from little clippings and leaves. And this is what they've done about 9 months later. So yeah, I do apologise, it's a bit sunny out here, so there's a lot of shadows and I can't really see the screen all too well with the bright light on it, but that's the Crassula ovata that I put in the shower, and I actually clipped off a little bit at the top because there was like actually 4 other leaves, and I thought, well, it's tiny, so I wanted to see if I can make like a super tiny mini bonsai tree. So it's a little bit of an experiment. It looks a bit ugly, but he's actually growing now. So in case you forget which one this one is, this is the tiny little cutting that done nothing for months and then just started doing something. So now he's doing something, and you can actually see there, I'm not sure if the camera is focusing right, but you can actually see it's actually starting to turn woody there. And this is the one that I decided to do the budget bonsai experiment on, but I was looking at the bottom and I noticed that the roots were starting to kind of creep through the drainage hole, so we're going to take him out of the dish and have a look and see how well his root system is, and just get him in something a little bit more ideal than what I stuck in there in the video. So he's done quite well. He's quite compact. There's, including the original leaves here at the bottom, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 leaves. And as you can see, they're quite close together. So he's the same size as these guys here in the bigger pots, but he's more compact, which is actually quite interesting. So yeah, actually kind of excited to see where this experiment goes. And this guy here, this one again is the one that I took from the single 2-leaf sprout here, and you can see he's actually a lot redder because they've been in like a northeast facing window, so they get a lot of the morning and a little bit of the afternoon sun. So they've kind of done this nice crimson red colour you can see there, which is what they do when they're a little bit sun stressed. I mean, it doesn't really do the plant harm. I mean, when the leaves are burning, then you need to move them, but this is a good amount of sun stress, and it just adds a different layer of colour to the plant, I think. And you can see again, including the 2 original leaves, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 leaves on that. Now this one, the twins, you remember this one is my favourite one. Look how much it has grown, and it's got the little sun stress, and also you can see here, which I'll talk about in a little bit, that there's some white speckles on the leaves, and those are just calcium deposits, so it's nothing to worry about, but I'll go into it a little bit later. You see here the stalks are already so thick, and they're this beautiful red colour. They're just growing so fast, it's crazy. I'm really in love with these plants. I'm so happy that that the cuttings have done as well as they have. And as a quick honourable mention, because I'm going to be doing something with this one as well, and this was the bigger piece that I was given. You can see he's changed also quite a lot. The stalk hasn't got much thicker. He's got a bit of a wide branch there from when he was growing the new sprouts from the top leaves, but I've taken off all the branches and new growth, because I've kind of wanted to make it like a more tree shape and kind of let it spread out on the V at the top. Now, I know the more leaves that you leave on, the thicker and faster it grows, but I just wanted to do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison as to leaving the leaves on and pruning later, like I'm doing with these guys, versus pruning as you go, and just, you know, see how it works out and what the what and if it was God, I'm messing up here. And if it yields different results, or if it ultimately ends up the same, you know, who knows? Let's see where that one goes. But I'm also going to be taking this out because I don't know if you can see, you can't really sit central in the pot. He's kind of off to one side, and that's because of the way he was cut when he was given to me. So I think we're going to take him out of the pot and have a look and see what the root system's doing, and maybe cut off the bottom a little bit so we can sit him a bit central and he can restart his root system again, but we'll see. But also these ones, this one here and this one here, before I forget, you'll notice it's only got a little tiny weeny bit of the red tinge around the leaves, and that's because these have actually been facing in a west facing window. So they haven't got the sun damage, well, the sun stress like these ones do. See, these ones are like green and purple. These ones are just mostly green. So slightly different conditions and all that, but it's interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside because it's so hot out here. I can barely see the camera, and we're gonna have a look at this guy, and we're going to have a look at this guy. So back in a mo, guys. Alrighty, so I think we're going to start with this guy and see how he's been doing in this little makeshift bonsai dish. So let's get him out. Actually, I can just use his little tray here. Well, he's definitely got something in there. Wow, I'm feeling, wow. Okay. So I don't think this netting I put in to stop things falling out actually helped much, because the roots just stuck to it. But wow, what have we got here? It's got quite a healthy looking root system here. Wow. I'm not going to clean all the dirt off, but okay, you can see there, getting close enough. Maybe so okay, the budget bonsai doesn't seem to have done it much harm. All I did was put these little rocks in here that you can see me taking out now, but I think when I repot it, what I'm going to do is, instead of putting in all these rocks, still taking them out, quite a lot in, wow. I'm actually going to put some ceramis in the bottom and make it a little bit more bonsai soil like. That's even possible with what I've got here, but we'll see. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash this dish out. It's got two drainage holes there. These are all the all the stones that I put in there. I see it's quite a lot, but I probably use them for something else. And we'll get it a little bit more bonsai style, so back in a moment. Okay, so seeing as the net kind of got caught up, I'm going to try something a little smaller. And this is a little bit of a gauze, whereas the onion bag net was a lot more fibrous. So I'm going to new gauze. So I'm going to try this and just put 2 small pieces like that over the holes. So I'm going to get my Ceramis and put some on the bottom like that. So the netting is a nice way of helping to keep it in place. Maybe a bit more gravelly. So the idea with bonsais is to make the roots as radial as possible. Now, seeing as the roots, although it's good for the size, it's not really worth my time trimming. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread them out the best I can. So instead of growing down, they grow out, because it's really not a deep container at all. I just wanted to get a little bit of soil in there to hold it in place while I mix. Some fresh fertiliser, get some fresh dirt, plus the Ceramis. So this is going to be a little bit more airy and sort of bonsai soil, well, probably nothing like bonsai soil with the nutritional value for the plant, but and quality of materials, but it's a budget bonsai, so we are making do, because not everyone has a big budget to go out and get all those expensive pumice, lava rock, God knows what else mixtures that you use, miracle mixtures for your bonsais. I mean, they're not too expensive, but you know, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money. This already looks a lot nicer, I must say. I do like how the Ceramis performs, and it does kind of look a lot nicer, breaking up the colour of the soil, so it always looks a little bit prettier than just a plain soil surface. And let's just tuck it down so it's not bunching up too much around the base there. And he should be happy like that for another few months, and we'll check on him again, see how he's doing, and hopefully he's gotten a lot bigger. So, ta-da! Oh, he's fallen over a little bit, so better not do that again and wait till he anchors himself. Otherwise he's just going to fall over and not be happy. So try not to push it down too hard. I'm just going to try and add the rest. There we go, me as well. Okay. I think that should be okay. You should be happy like that. Right. Okay. So moving on to let's move the phone up a little bit. Oh dear, my phone battery's running out. I've got to do this fast. So, moving on to this guy. Let's see. Oh, he's not all too anchored. So, let's see. I don't know if you can remember what his root system was like the last time I showed him, but it wasn't all too impressive. Now see if I can clear this dirt away. It kind of bends up like this, which is why it doesn't sit central in the pot, but it's sprouting some new roots here. So I think what I'm going to do, as sad as it is I'm going to cut this off and leave those roots there. And now I'm going to, before I put him back in his pot, I'm going to let this callus over for a little while, and then we can put him back in, and then he can sit a little more upright in his pot. Now, I'll show a shot of that when he's calloused over. I don't know, I might wait a couple of hours, I might wait overnight. I'll see what I feel like doing later on today. So, on that note, peeps, thanks for watching. As always, it's much appreciated. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!